Hey everyone, this is Travis again from Spry Sage with another quick little series that I do with almost all my clients. And this is, the focus is the rib cage and our breathing through all different areas here. The reason why it's important to make your rib cage a little more supple is because it's a neighbor to both your neck and your lower back. So if you have neck issues or lower back issues and you just want to feel connected from head to toe, you're going to definitely have to go through your thoracic cavity. By doing sensory stimulation, we're going to go ahead and brush our skin to make sure we know where we are in space. Then we'll have a better sense of moving, right? Our brain's going to be more aware of those areas so we can pay attention to them. Then we're going to be doing some side bending and some rotation while breathing. And by doing so, we're going to hopefully loosen up this area. And I really invite you guys to just check out your neck mobility, how your lower back feels, how you feel, how light you feel when you're walking and doing anything that you're doing in general. Because once you stimulate an area of the body that hasn't been woken up for a while, the whole system feels good. So without further ado, we're going to go from there. Now, a lot of these videos I do seated because it actually allows people to have no excuse so you can do them. But ideally, you probably do want to do a lot of these activities standing. In this particular case, though, when we're doing the ribcage mobility, sometimes seated is better because people have a tough time moving their hips too much and not moving the thoracic cavity without moving their head or moving other things. So we're going to try to eliminate that by just being in our seat for now. All right, without further ado, here we go. Rubbing your hands together. I always like to rub my hands together, wake my hands up a little bit so they can work their magic. I'm going to rub my chest, shoulder, and shoulder blade in the back. Chest and shoulder blade in the back. Now I'm going to do this kind of little funky thing. I've already warmed that up a little bit. I'm going to put my hand on my chest just below my collarbone here and massage that out. Now you might feel some soreness there, so I'm going to get them on my chest below the collarbone. From here, I'm going to have my scapula just do a circle 2 or 3 times one way and the other way. Okay, just getting that going there a little bit. There's going to be some clicks and cracks, just like an old house. That's okay. You know, we all know it's not going to fall apart. So go ahead and massage out the other side, circle one way, and circle the other way. Simple stuff, just loosening that up. I'm going to rub my sternum, my upper belly and lower belly, side of the ribs, upper butt, the backs of my hands are going to rub my upper butt, lower back, and lower ribs, up one side. Now, you're going to have some asymmetry when it comes to your hands and how far it goes up to your shoulder blades. This is my left hand going up to my right shoulder blade. I'll bring my right shoulder blade back, rub that a little bit. I want to get to at least the border of my shoulder blade here. Many of you may not be able to, but the reason why you can't is because you have a tight rib cage. If you're rounded, it's going to be very hard for your body, for your arm to go up to your back because you can't open these things up. So doing exercises like I'm about to show you now might help with that, okay? It'll give you better shoulders because your shoulders are sitting on something that should be dynamic and supple. If it's stuck and rounded or has these different issues going on with it, your shoulders aren't going to be happy, your hips aren't going to be happy, and everything down the chain's not going to be happy. So happy rib cage, happy life, right? Isn't that like a famous phrase? All right, here we go. All right, so the first part we're going to do, we want to make sure you're breathing into your belly. And when you breathe into your belly, your lower ribs should move. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to put them right into your lower ribs. So imagine like where you sometimes you get that lower back pain in your sacroiliac joint and on either side. Go a little bit higher than that. Pass your lumbar spine into your lower ribs. The backs of your hands are there, and I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to breathe into my belly. In through my nose, inhaling through the nose. Everybody should know is the important way to do it. And when I'm doing this, I should get some excursion. I should get a sense of my lower ribs expanding into my hands. It's not going to be a huge range of motion. It's just going to be a little bit. Okay? So breathing in. And then if that's not moving, then text me. And I can give you some techniques to do that. Hopefully by the end of this, they will start to move a little bit more. One more time. I'm breathing into my lower ribs there. Great. Now, that's just getting a little breath awareness there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up top. I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders. I'm going to rotate my body, just my torso here, not my hips. That's why if you do it standing, make sure you're paying attention to what your hips are doing. I'm going to rotate my body to my right. No side bending yet. And then I'm just going to slouch. Slouch, I'm going to go concave in the chest like I'm sad. I'm not sad, but maybe that feeling will give you the idea of how you want to be. Hands are over here, rounding here, and I'm going to breathe into the upper back on the side I rotated away from which I rotated. Rotating, slouch, breathing in. I rotated to my right. I'm going to breathe into my left shoulder blade. One more time. Good. So intentionally, before I breathed into the belly to make sure this was turned on, that's where I should be breathing. Now I'm intentionally trying to breathe in and focus my brain on different parts of my rib cage and shoulder blades. Hands on. I don't care if you switch your hands, doesn't matter. Rotate my body the other way. Slouch. Breathe into the side I turned away from. That should feel a little bit looser. All right. We're going to stick with the upper. This next thing is going to have the backs of my fingers are to my ears. I just want my hands up here, very light. See if you can get your elbows to touch. Now that I've loosened up my shoulder blades, I should be able to get my elbows to touch and should already be feeling a stretch across my shoulder blades in the back. From this position here, with my elbows touching, I'm actually going to go ahead and go sad again. I'm going to round my spine, going concave in the back, concave in the front, convex in the back for all those people who like to talk about lenses. So I'm here, and I'm trying to breathe into all the way across the shoulder blades here. Do that 1 or 2 times. Now, I know we didn't assess our necks beforehand, but right now, if you just started to move around your head and your neck, you realize that you've created a little more space all through this upper area just by breathing into your upper part of your chest cavity here, and your neck might have already loosened up. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this rounding and extending together by taking the backs of my, putting my fingers here again, doesn't matter where they are, I'm not behind my head. I'm going to bring my elbows together. As I exhale and round, press my elbows together gently, and then I'm going to inhale and send my sternum forward. And my focus here is like belly button up, even maybe like lower ribs up. Exhaling again, rounding, and I'm trying to round here. I'm not tucking my tailbone as much as I'm doing it all in this upper part of my back. Inhale, pinch your shoulder blades in the back, bring your chest up, you're very proud and happy. One more time, exhale, round, sad. Inhale up. You may notice I'm using my eyes as well. I'll look up reflexively. That will help me at my extension because my brain wants to let my body move forward when I'm looking upwards. Kind of, you want to look where you're going kind of thing. All right, so there's 1 or 2 more major ones that I really like to point out. We just did a little bit of rotation, a little bit of breathing into the upper. We already breathed into your lower a little bit. Now you're going to take your left hand, bring it all the way up and down between your shoulder blades. Take your right hand, and again, we're going to do that sensory stimulation on the left side of the body, all the way through here, so up into the chest, and come all the way around as much as you can. I am now going to create this idea of a ladder. A first, second, and third rung of a ladder. I breathe in to the first one first and breathe all the way up while I'm reaching my left elbow up. Breathing in. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. And then as I exhale, I'm going to contract my right side. As I exhale, I'm still reaching up with my left elbow, contracting the right side. Don't go so far that it hurts anything. So if anything hurts, back out of it a little bit, all right? Exhale, and as you're exhaling, you're going to contract this right side, pull your belly button in, and roll your shoulder forward and back. And as you continue to exhale, you're going to start to do a little bit of a pelvic floor contraction, elevator, a Kegel, as you exhale and empty all the air out until you cannot exhale anymore. Right now, my head's kind of coming with me. I'm not doing anything goofy with that, but I'm just rotating. My hips are stable, and my trunk is rotating at a diagonal forward and back. Contracting one side, lengthening the other. All right, here comes the other side, right? Right hand all the way up and down between the shoulder blades. Left side, rub, 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 rub. By the way, if this is very asymmetric from left side to right side, you got to start to test and retest to see whether you feel better after doing one side or the other. Breathe in, first, second, and third rung. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Breathing in, reach up that right elbow. Left hand goes down. Contract your left side as you exhale. Forward and back. Exhale, 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 exhale. Blow it out. Pull your belly button in. Pelvic floor contraction. Lift it up. 3, 2, 1. All right. Oh, good stuff. So all that, you may notice already, wow, my back feels a little bit looser. My neck feels a little bit looser. I can go ahead and do some fun stuff with it now. I'm certainly less tense. This last one is a little more advanced, and it's just something that it creates a little bit of a torque and a twist here. Start with the ones that I've already given you first, and you can just walk away and feel better. But on this next one, this might be something for the more advanced people to go out and give a shot, or for you if you want to try it. You're gonna have a seat here. You're gonna have your hands. You're gonna have your knees even. For now, I'm gonna give you the very simple one. You're gonna take your right hand, put it on your left knee. This creates a little bit of a turn here, right? Now, in later versions, I can put pressure into the knee. I can slide that knee forward. I'm not gonna do anything like that. I just want your knees to stay even. Hand comes here, other hand comes up. I am now gonna tuck my tailbone and flatten my lower back. Why? Because the bottom part of my diaphragm attaches to the upper part of my lumbar spine. All right, so I want to take that connective tissue and pull it down because this is going to be about having a diaphragm stretch. Good. Hand is here. Again, you can push that knee forward if you want to, but otherwise keep it there. You're going to breathe in from your right hip into your upper chest of the arm that's back. Big breath in. Lower back is flat. I'm going to look up to my left. I'm going to exhale all the air out till I cannot exhale anymore. And it's almost like I'm doing a crunch with my belly. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Pull my belly button in. Again, pelvic floor contraction, looking up to my left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I guarantee you that one side of this is going to feel, one diagonal of this is going to feel more challenging than the other. Take your time with it. Don't overdo it. This is the one that kind of can get people if they're not already supple in the first place. Right hand all the way up and down between the shoulder blades. Take your left hand. We don't need to do any more rubbing. Left hand is on the knee. So the arm that's up, the opposite hand goes to that same side knee as the arm that's up. Again, I can press this forward if I want to by moving my hip forward. Not necessary though, but I'm going to tuck my tailbone and flatten my lower back. Big breath in from my left hip through my right chest. Reach, reach, reach. Look up to your right. Reach back. Make sure this knee stays forward. As you exhale, pull your belly button in towards your spine. Look up to your right. Exhale, 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 exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. After I do this, I usually like to blend it with my blend it together for my clients by having my forearms touch my knees. This is also something you can do beforehand to see how easily your knees come up, to see how well your body turns back and forth. You can do stuff with your head and eyes with there too, but we're not going to do that now. Good. This video is longer than I wanted to be, but right now let's see how you like it. Moving breath. Put yourself in positions. Be mindful to inhale through the nose, breathing into your belly, unless I'm asking you to specifically to breathe into your shoulder blades or your upper back. Notice how much of a better friend a more supple thoracic cavity will be, a more supple and moving rib cage will be to your lower back and your neck. You might be surprised. All right? Hope all is well. See you again next video. Again, this is Travis from Surprise Sage. See you soon.